Hi everyone, and this is Martha. I'm a relationship counselor and clinical sexologist, and I'm from Eros Coaching. That's eroscoding.com. Eros or Eros. So I'm at Delphi Orchard, Rocky Master, and I'm between clients. Today I have 5 clients actually, and so this is going to be like 1.5 hour gap between clients. So sitting in a cafe relaxing because after this I have 4 clients. And anyway, I thought I'll make this video because hi Annie, I thought I'd make this video because this is fresh on my mind. So okay, anyway, I'm at Rocky Master. Just show you the view. Okay, so it's quite public, okay? And I'm going to be sharing quite explicit things. And why am I doing this? Because I have time between my clients, and anyway, I just want to do it, okay? And okay, so like I said, this is fresh on my mind, and I may get interrupted. In fact, I was interrupted just now when I tried to do this. A call came in, so a call may come in. Hi Annie. So this is what I want to say: erectile difficulties. So this video is on erectile difficulties, and there are many possibilities of why erection problem can happen. And I always like to keep things really simple and explain things in a simple way. Sometimes because I'm working with clients whose first language is not English. Sometimes I am speaking with people who may not have very high education. Sometimes I'm speaking at public events, so I try to keep things simple. Okay, so in a nutshell, erection has to do with how hard the penis is, we know that. And in explaining sex problems, not just with the erection, all sex problems, there are 3 things to take note of. The first one is the body. So in exploring why someone has problem with their erection, I would look into do they have any health issues, when was their last physical checkup, why do they think this problem is happening. So the first one I would rule out definitely is the physical body. The second is the mind. So if they have stress, anxiety, depression, that can affect the sexual performance. Specifically for this video, I'm talking about the erection. So the way they think, for instance, if they have had past experiences of the erection difficulties, that can really play in the mind. So that causes anxiety. First one is the body, second is the mind, and then the third one is the heart. So I like to explain the heart as in emotions. So emotional connection with their partner, if they're getting verbal, physical abuse, if they have frequent fights, this affects the closeness that they feel towards their partner. So possible reason of with erection problems: body, mind, and heart. And when it comes to sexual inhibitions, for instance, like a bad sex attitude, that has to do with the mind, the way you think. The lack of sex education obviously also causes a problem. Again, that will be a problem of the mind. So body, mind, heart. So in exploring difficulties with the erection, people always think, and this is a misconception, that physical problem, go to medical doctor. If anything that is not medical doctor, go to a psychologist or a sex expert like myself. And what people like me do is we just talk. We just talk and get them to be less anxious with their mind. I wanted you to know it is not true. It is not true. So that's very traditional way of thinking. That's what a lot of sex therapists, their approach is, which is working with the mind, meaning they go into why is this happening, why are you thinking, maybe this is your childhood, your family of origin, blah 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 blah. So actually, because of my training in sex therapy and with my doctorate in human sexuality, and I have many other trainings, one in life coaching, one in practical counseling, I have a master's in counseling. So what I'm trying to say is I'm familiar with all these different ways of working with people with sex issues, and when it comes to people with problems with erection, a lot of people don't understand what this approach is, which is the body-mind connection. So if I teach them more skills with being able to sustain their erection, get and sustain an erection, that's very much skill-based. So when I work with the body, then they start having less anxiety in their head, in their mind. They get less anxious. So I could talk, but actually it takes a long time rather than working with giving them more skills, and then they get better with their techniques, and therefore the fear goes away. So that's very much this link with body-mind connection. When the body gets better, the mind gets better. And when the mind gets better, of course it helps with the body, but much faster when you teach them more skills. So this is why I have an online training program called Ready Get Sex Go, helping clients who want to be better with their ejaculation and their erection confidence. So the program actually says it helps men with premature ejaculation. That's just for marketing, but actually it helps men with erectile difficulties as well. So now you're wondering, am I selling myself? Yes, but I want to share with you this extra bit, which was very interesting, and maybe this is something that I should have known, but really, I know that's the bus. I should have known, but really, it's kind of like you need to be exposed to something, and you need to hear it a few times until finally you get it. Because I don't have a penis, right? I'm not a penis owner, and so what I have been teaching my clients when it comes to their erection and their ejaculation challenges is sex therapy techniques. So when I first started my practice, didn't know better, couldn't know better because I don't have a penis, I'm not a penis owner. And so I started teaching these sex techniques, and these sex techniques started to work, and that's how I created my online program, Ready Get Sex Go. So what I'm trying to share here with you is this epiphany that I received recently, epiphany, and I'm serious about this. I'm very serious about this. Okay, so what's this epiphany? A lot of people, when they have problems with their erection, with their partner, first they start getting questioned by their partner. Very common. Are you not attracted with me anymore? Am I doing something wrong? Do you not love me anymore? And it gets really confusing for them because they love their partners. They just don't understand why. Maybe there's a lack of attraction, maybe many reasons why they don't get an erection or sustain an erection. But anyway, when they start hearing things like that, they get really scared, and they don't know what to do. They are not aware that there are support services for them. And so a lot of people with penises, what they do when they're told by their partner, why can't you have an erection, why can't you keep an erection, is the first thing they probably do is they masturbate. So they don't just masturbate, they masturbate to porn. So the porn actually acts as a visual stimulus to help them with getting an erection. So then of course they get an erection, they masturbate to ejaculation, and then they form this theory that I don't have a problem with my erection by myself, but I have a problem with my erection with my partner. So then they're like, I can't tell her this because it will really hurt her. But they don't understand. When you're masturbating by yourself and when you're having sex with your partner, the level of difficulty is different. If you have a bad dysfunctional relationship with your partner, obviously that causes problems with sex. So one of the things they do is they experiment by themselves watching porn. And what do you think happens if their partner finds out, if their partner walks in and discovers that he's not having sex with me and watching porn, so he's a porn addict, he's a sex addict. And this just goes to the level of ignorance that we have, because this penis owner is thinking that maybe I need to try to fix this problem, and I need to really figure out what is going on. Is this body, mind, and heart? So intuitively they try to go away and try to solve this problem. And it gets worse if their partner bumps into them trying to solve this problem, because the partner actually thinks that they're avoiding having sex with them, and they feel very hurt that they are probably masturbating a lot. So I hear all this, right? I already know all this. So what is the epiphany? The epiphany here is this. Such an epiphany for me. Okay, I will not keep you in suspense. The epiphany is this: that they think that having an erection and keeping it long time is the cure. So what I'm trying to say is, sure, they go away, they think that, okay, I masturbate, I try to figure out what's wrong, what's the problem. They start masturbating. Maybe may or may not get caught, but if they get caught, it becomes much more stressful for the relationship. Of course, their partner starts thinking that they are porn or sex addict, but actually what they are doing is what I hear is they say things like the cure for not being able to get hard is to be hard and stay hard. So what they are actually doing is they are practicing staying hard. So I know of people who in their desire to cure themselves of their difficulties with erection, they masturbate to porn, they do it every day, they're ejaculating every day, and they think that that's the cure. The epiphany came when it comes to erection. They think that they need to keep the erection, so they're masturbating, losing it, getting it up, focusing on getting it up. So maybe they have round one of ejaculation, round two, but they're actually focusing not on the ejaculation, they're actually focusing on the erection. So imagine how stressful this is when, to cure your erectile difficulties, you're forcing yourself to have erections. We know this, right? I'm sure you smart, well-educated people know this. There's no way you can keep an erection every day for 24 hours and think it's healthy. And of course, when they're doing their masturbation practice, they're not thinking that they want to keep their erection for 24 hours. But what they are trying to do is they're trying to keep their erection longer by themselves. So it's almost as if hard is good, soft is bad. So whenever they have difficulties with keeping it hard for like 30 minutes or hard like 3 hours, then they start to feel really bad about themselves. So that invites the question of, do you think it is realistic that you have a problem with erection, so you think you need to practice staying hard? And what you're doing essentially is there's a lot of pain around it, there's a lot of shame, and this is actually forcing, pressurizing your body to get and keep an erection by yourself, as if that is the cure. So what this ends up happening is they actually go into shutdown. They actually get so anxious. It's not working because they're trying in their own way to cure themselves, and they're doing it excessively in the sense that doing it every day for hours, maybe, hypothetically, hours, maybe a few times a day, trying to get that erection, maybe not even focusing on ejaculating, but guess what? They end up ejaculating. So when they ejaculate, of course, they can't get an erection or keep their erection, so it gets worse. So what this ends up happening is they think they're not cured, and they're actually trying in their own way to cure themselves, but they don't realize it actually is making them worse because it's not working. So when you try something and it's not working, it's going to make you feel worse. So I'm going to repeat myself because the bass was really loud. So I'm saying they're trying to cure themselves of their problem with that erection. They're trying to cure themselves of their problem with that erection by keeping that erection by themselves, practicing. However, the feelings around this issue and the so-called cure. And if the cure doesn't work, it actually ends up making them feel worse. And let me tell you, it will make them feel worse because they're just trying their own way without actually using any sex support or sex therapy or sex coaching. Instead, unfortunately, their so-called cure, this is the cure for them. In their mind, that is the cure, and their cure is very much one thing and one thing only, when actually what I teach is many things. I actually teach them skills. Pelvic floor squeezes is one of them, genital massage is one of them, advanced Kegels, advanced pelvic floor squeezes is one of them, learning how to self-pleasure in different ways is one of them, learning to listen to their body and honoring your body is one of them. So giving yourself stress, thinking you're going to cure yourself is actually not going to cure you, it's actually going to make you worse. But they don't know that, they're not getting help, they're not hearing from anybody, they don't know who to go to, and it becomes a big problem. So I'm going to repeat myself because some of you are maybe just joining me and giving me a thumbs up, and one guy is laughing and crying icon. So what I'm saying is, again, I'm repeating myself, people with penises, with penis erection issues with their partners are, in my experience, trying to cure themselves by actually masturbating and trying to keep it hard. And when they try to do this, they're not giving them realistic expectations, they're giving themselves really unrealistic expectations. They're trying to keep hard and stay hard for long periods of time, which is impossible. I don't think even Superman can do that. And not only are they doing that for long extended times, they're actually doing it for over repeated days, as if that is the cure. Because problem with erection, have more erections. Problem with premature ejaculation, try to last longer. But because they don't have skills, they can't last longer. They can't actually have any improvement. So now I'm making this little video, maybe a bit long-winded, but actually trying to explain to you the way to overcome erectile difficulties is way more than just trying to masturbate and staying hard and staying long. Much more than that. So one of the things that, like I mentioned just now at the start of this video, is my online training program, Ready Get Sex Go, which teaches men pelvic floor squeezes, teaches men genital massage, teaches them advanced techniques. And I'm in Singapore. I'm available via Skype. I'm just answering one question. I'm in Singapore. I'm available via Skype and Zoom. And yes, I'm Singaporean. Yes, I'm Asian. Yes, I'm a woman. But I am highly qualified, highly trained, and been in practice for 8 years. So check out my website, check out my credentials, and please don't come on to me because I'm not here as a woman trying to help you. I'm here as a sexologist trying to help all men and women. I think I do deserve some respect. Okay, so that's the end of this video. If you missed any of the things that I shared, you can watch it again and you can reach out to me. That's eroscoaching.com, and my Ready Get Sex Go training program is at eroscoaching.com/RGSG, Ready Get Sex Go. Like I mentioned, it says there premature ejaculation, but it does help men with erectile difficulties as well. So yeah, I'm making this very quick video on the whim because I'm between clients. And Quincy, I have no freaking idea what you mean by please begin, but I hope this is not some kind of a stupid joke you have. Okay, so yeah, bye.